We are less than a day away of Wuthering Waves releasing, and I can't wait until we finally get our hands on the game. Before the game comes out, I want to provide you guys at least 5 tips when first starting on Wuthering Waves in day 1 to allow you guys to have the most smoothest entryway into the game, and I believe a lot of these tips will be helpful. Now before we get into these tips, I want to let you guys know we will be streaming at twitch.tv/soullesssoul, and we will be doing a battle pass giveaway on release day. I'll be making a community post of what time we're going to be streaming, but it should be somewhere around 9 p.m. 9:30 EST. Now without further ado, let's get into these tips. So the first tip, which I think it should be obvious and I believe everybody will be doing, make sure that you are progressing through the story. Playing the story should be a no-brainer thing to do. I feel like everybody's going to do that. Whether you're going to be paying attention to it or not is pretty much irrelevant for this tip, but I want to make sure that this is mentioned because there are quite a few rewards and things locked behind through progressing with the story. Some of the rewards locked behind the story are 3 4-star units. These units are Chixia, Baiji, and Yang Yang, and these are going to be some really nice units to have when first starting off into the game. If you're looking for a strong DPS unit, Yang Yang is definitely a character worth investing into, with her being a arrow DPS that has a stacking mechanic that allows her to increase her damage when using her basic attacks once she reaches 3 stacks. She's a pretty flexible unit and can work on a lot of teams, so definitely a great choice to start with. If you're looking for a strong support unit, Baiji is your girl. She's a glacial healer that also builds stacks through her basic attacks and consumes them to heal her and her allies. She has other abilities to heal her teammates as well, making her a worthy unit to invest into if you're looking for a support. She is the second best healer in the game, only behind Verena, and is pretty free to play friendly. Chixia is a fusion DPS, but in my honest opinion, she's the weakest unit out of this bunch. She's a pistol unit that has a thermobaric mechanic that allows her to do different gun attacks. Her damage seems solid, but I believe Yang Yang's capability and potential as a unit just seems much more better in comparison. But if you do want to invest in the Chixia, please do so at your own discretion. I'm not here to prevent anybody having fun with the characters they're looking forward to. Now, not only do you get these free units from progressing through the story of Wuthering Waves, you also unlock the weekly world bosses. These are farmable bosses that will provide us some good rewards in game, and it's very important to unlock these as soon as possible. You don't necessarily have to unlock these world bosses day 1, but you should definitely prioritize having them unlocked for week 1, as these reset every week. You don't want to miss out any great rewards that you could be getting on a weekly or daily basis, so be sure to unlock these weekly bosses as soon as possible. You'll also be passively gaining rewards while completing the story, so again, be sure to complete as much as you can through the story of day 1 or week 1 so that you can get all the resources that you need to level up characters, get pools, premium currency, etc, etc. Next, we have explore the world map. Exploring the world of Wuthering Waves will be very important for all players to do because you will need to collect different materials for upgrading weapons, skills, and making items, farming echoes, and collecting premium currency. If you guys focus on revealing more of your map the first few days of Wuthering Waves, this will allow you to easily find a lot of these valuable resources early on, making the grind in the future a lot less tedious for yourself. To make this task even easier for all of you, I will be providing an interactive map that was just released for Wuthering Waves that shows you all the locations of the farmable resources in the game. This includes every chest in the game, viewpoints, the Sonet's casket locations, which are important for leveling up your Sonet's casket rank with the relic merchant to receive premium rewards and valuable resources, and much more. At this time, the only thing that hasn't been marked on the map are all of the echo locations in the game, but I'm sure those will be added soon after release. Also, when using this interactive map, please be sure to make an account when using it, because this will allow you to track everything that you have discovered within the game so that you don't have to do any form of backtracking. This is probably one of the greatest resources that we got for Wuthering Waves so far, so I'm pretty sure you guys will all find it very helpful. Go out there, explore the map, and have a lot of fun when doing it. The next tip is passively level up your data bank. Like I mentioned in my recent video, your gear or relics in Wuthering Waves are the echoes in the world. As you are exploring the world, be sure to collect every echo you see, because not only will these be used to improve your character, collecting different echoes and their rarities will progressively level up the echo data bank, aka the Pokédex. This will be providing you some valuable upgrades that will help you farm in the future, and some of these includes increasing your cost limit from 10 to 12 at level 9. This will allow you more room to equip higher cost echoes, and if you don't know the value of of each class of Echo. We have Common, which is a 1 cost, Elite, which is a 3 cost, and an Overlord / Calamity, which is a 4 cost. The next upgrade you get is increasing your drop rate from 10% to 20% at Data Bank level 10. At level 15, you unlock 5-star Echoes, which are the highest rarity in the Data Bank. And finally, for your last upgrade at level 20, you increase the chance that you absorb an Echo of the highest possible rarity from 20% to 100%. Now, while you're passively upgrading that Data Bank and collecting all the resources in the world, make sure that you take the resources that you have and prioritize a character to build. When starting Wuthering Waves, we are going to have a limited amount of resources in the early game, so when first jumping into it, you should only be prioritizing a few characters. Me personally, I think I'll be only focusing on 2 characters to build, but at most you can do 3. Having enough characters built to almost fill out a team should be enough to carry you through all of the content early to mid game and even possibly late game. I would highly suggest you to focus on building DPS because just like any new gacha game, damage is what will allow you to complete most of the early content. If you're looking for specific resonators to build, I would suggest building the 5-star that you receive from your first 40 pulls and Rover. This is because your first 5-star you will pull will be one of the strongest characters you will have access to at the beginning of the game. The only reason you wouldn't invest into this character is if you get Arena, which at that point I would just say throw away your account and re-roll. But all seriousness, if you get Verena, any of the free 4-star DPSs are great subs, and Rover is again pretty strong themselves. Rover will be one of the main units we will be getting copies of the game, so they're just an easy investment for us anyway, and we've already seen gameplay of them handling in-game content from closed beta 2. So as long as nothing has changed, they will be a safe pick to invest into. Also, my Verena comment was just a joke. If you want to invest in her, please go ahead and do so. I'm not halting your fun. She's a good unit. It's just that when investing into a support early game within a gacha, you're going to probably either have a slower progression or a harder time to progress because you're going to be missing out on the damage you need to clear content faster. And finally, for our final tip, you guys need to start the battle pass as soon as possible. Through a lot of testing in the community, we have found out that it would take quite a long time to fully build characters in Wuthering Waves. So you're going to need to obtain all the resources that you can. The Battle Pass is a great place for all of these resources, and I would highly suggest all of you to begin completing the daily and weekly missions for the Battle Pass. Now I know as soon as I said Battle Pass, you guys are automatically thinking I'm talking about buying it, which honestly you should. But even just leveling up the free-to-play Battle Pass will net you a decent amount of resources that you can use as well. Trust me, if you guys have $10 to spare, I will highly suggest investing into the Battle Pass for extra resources in the game. But if not, make sure you come to my stream on the release day again at twitch.tv/soullesssoul, and you'll get a chance to enter into winning a free Battle Pass from me as a give back to the community for the upcoming exciting release of Wuthering Waves. And that's all we have for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. I tried to grab key informative things that I believe everyone should focus on when first getting into the game, and it shouldn't be too hard to do. A lot of this stuff you will be passively doing as you play and enjoy the game, so you might as well make sure you're monitoring and getting it done to maximize your progression and time when playing the game. If this information was helpful for you guys, remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're going to be dropping new Wuthering Waves content all week, so be sure to be here. Make sure you got that notification bell on so you don't miss any of it. I appreciate y'all for all your love and support, and remember to believe in you that believes in yourself. I'll see you guys in the next one.